Weird. It says there's nobody in here, but Minis is in here.
No
That's so
minis?
weird. Well, Minis is here. Boba. Oh, he dropped. But it says there's nobody in here.
Hmm.
That's all right. We'll start. Hello, my name is Paige. Welcome to episode 99 of the Hangout. Where we give you positive insight into the world of collecting in a very chill and relaxed atmosphere. I had a better one I was going to do, but it was a little insulting. I was going to tell people, I was like, if you're having toy problems, I feel bad for you, son.
I love it.
Yeah, got 99 problems, but toys ain't one. That's the whole point of the episode. Problems, technical problems, just problems in general. Yeah, man. Oh gosh, good to be back. Good to see everybody. And the streak continues. I tell you that. Let's see if he came back in here. Good. We're good.
Am I still rating?
No, the other one. This one's better.
That sounds a lot different.
Yeah, it's better. This sounds like smooth jazz.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and it's all coming in there. Now we got some people in here. Hello, everyone that's here. Omar, Love of the Game, Scarecrow, Paul, Toy Paige. That's me. Steve Morrow. Hello to everyone. Thank you guys for dropping in. Got a good show tonight. Properly titled 99 Problems. I guess it came right in because it's the 99th episode. So, yay.
It's a huge episode, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, 99. That's weird.
It's cool. Have a montage.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what to do for the next one, so I got a week to figure that out. So, but we'll get it. Oh, look at that! I got Batman 99 on the way, and you got none. That's a good one.
Love it.
Thank you, appreciate it. I want to redo that because I was like, I only got like 10 minutes, so I shot that really quick. I wanted to do something, so I figured instead of taking other people's pictures, I would just do mine. Right? How you guys doing? Play catch up. Cece, you weren't on last time because you were busy throwing balls.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to do that from time to time, yeah.
Exactly. So, did you have fun?
No. Anybody who ever told you bowling without alcohol is fun lied.
Without alcohol?
Without alcohol, yeah. It'd be like.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you back, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. And MC, how you doing? Good.
Great. Thank you.
Good. Let's skip foreplay tonight. Since we were talking about balls like right off the bat. And let's talk problems. Right? Problems. What do you guys consider problems? Cece, what do you say? Since you're guest back, you're the guy.
That's a broad question.
Yeah, just what would you consider a problem?
The biceps with Baconan. I consider that a problem. Okay. Right? Like if it's something like literally you can't enjoy my figure, I consider that a problem.
So yours are frozen?
Oh yeah. I definitely had to heat mine. But so we fixed the problem. But it was certainly a problem.
Okay. MC, what do you have for a problem? It could be any problem. Just a generalized problem.
Getting my staff to show up to work regularly and mostly on time.
Yeah.
We call that everyday life.
Yeah. I can see where that will become a problem. Yeah. Interesting. I say that because it seems like this week there were a lot of problems. And you would think that because it was such like an eventful week that it wouldn't be too much of a problem, right? So, really quick, I was going to see if anybody in the chat had, hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So I guess to start this off, So obviously we'll go through some of the stuff that happened for this week. I mean, the major stuff obviously is going to be Batman, Superman, Death Adder, and we'll talk about GI Joe today. GI Joe was awesome. Did you guys watch the stream or no?
No, I had a good friend that filled me in with some good pictures. He had my back.
Oh yeah, nice. It's always good to have friends. Always good to have friends.
I live vicariously through others.
Yeah. You guys are busy guys, though, man. You guys got saving the world and shit like that. So, yeah.
Thank you for feeding us. Thanks.
No, that wasn't me. That was my secretary. I was like, have him forward all that Joe stuff right now, and you just take care of those guys for me.
Yeah. 99 episodes, and he gets his secretary finally.
Yeah. You know,
Christmas.
It's that Taco Bell. It's that Taco Bell money, right? So, yeah, no Taco Bell. But I say that because you would think like all the stuff that happened this week, you know, all the news and everything like that, and everything that we've gotten, it would seem like everything would go well. But there were little problems that kind of sprouted up, obviously. But I was thinking about it, and one of the things I thought about was, do you think that the community waits for releases because they're looking forward to the release, or they're looking forward to complaining about something? Because like I said, it's interesting that a lot of times, yeah, you laugh, but it's interesting because we're constantly clamoring. We're saying, hey man, I want these figures to come out. When are they going to come out? And when they do come out, it's just an immediate bombardment. Because I thought that there were 3 of these releases, I mean, pretty much back to back to back, right? And you would think that, oh man, we're getting these figures, this is great, but it just seems like everything was kind of focused in on that kind of stuff. So I was wondering what you think. CC, what do you think? Do you think people are up to see releases because they want to see them succeed or fail, or what?
You know, I wish I would have saved that Mezco thing they used to cycle around. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
There's just been no truer form of describing Mezco releases. It's like we always trash it before we see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, people get a hold of it, and then, then the FOMO kicks in.
Yeah.
But it just seems to repeat that cycle over again. We judge too soon. If somebody had given us some amendments or something, maybe you might be able to avoid some of this.
Yeah. And that was definitely one of the points I wanted to like talk to you guys about, because I was thinking about all these things. I'm like, man, I gotta talk to this. I gotta talk to the chat about this stuff too. MC, what about you? What do you think?
It just seems like everybody's quick to complain about something rather than be excited. I mean, I don't want to say they're not excited to see it, but it's who can fire off the fastest comment about, oh, this, the S sucks. They put a black outline in it. It doesn't match the the promo pics. It's just who can bitch the fastest.
Right. And I know we started off the show by saying it's a positive environment, and we're going to talk positive, but I think it helps to add some context. And Paul actually has something that I was going to ask next, and that is, do you feel that people that are bringing this stuff of the issues and everything are more the people that are apt to actually complain about things, as opposed to people who collect the line and just like, I just don't want to deal with this? You know what I mean? Like, is it more the negative people outweigh the positive people? And I'm going somewhere with this. Just kind of take the journey with me. You'll see. What do you think, MC? Do you think people that don't complain are just like the minority?
I don't think they're in the minority. I just think that there's not enough praise about something when it comes out. Like when's the last time you saw a review where somebody's like, I love this, I love this, I love this, I love this.
Right.
Not, I hate this, I don't like this. Or they say, besides the lack of double elbow joints, it's an okay figure. It's there's never just one that's like all positive. I mean, people, like I said in our group chat, you guys are going to see when I get my next Mezco figure. So I'm going to post.
CC, what about you? Do you think it's a vocal minority, or?
Yeah. I think far often it's the loud minority. versus kind of the silent majority. Seems to usually be the way it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was looking at that, and this past week I've really kind of like cut down on some of the stuff that I read. It's a little harder because you got to look at stuff and everything, but I've actually cut a lot of people, and I've cut a lot of groups, and then also just people in groups that I know that's what they're there for. And then we're going to talk about it in a little bit because I understand some of the stuff that people are talking about. And we're going to try to like figure out some of that stuff. But I've found like my online experience the last month or two has been 10 times better. You know, even though we have our own little private chats and stuff like that. And I've actually like tried to have people that message me and they say something positive. I'm like, yeah, man, say it in the group, start a conversation, something like that. Because I think we do get away from that a lot of times. And obviously the reason why I bring that up is because our first little release that we had, obviously that caused a little bit of stir. And it's caused stir for what? What do we want to say? 3 years? It's been causing it. I mean, obviously we've talked about it a lot, and it's finally come to reality. This thing is, we got charging notification. We're going to talk about that. Then we got ship. We didn't get shipping yet. But the reason why I said that is because we've seen a couple of people actually post pictures of this figure. And so that'll lead us into our first segment, which I like to call That Again. Because there's a lot of shit that happened with this thing, man. But there's some good talking points out of it. And CC threw me off with his presence because I was like, everything's going to go smoothly. And I don't even have my stuff. Because I'm so happy he's back. So yeah, Bad again. Did you guys see the pictures and stuff like that of all this stuff that's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the leaks photos that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys saw that stuff?
Yeah.
One that fell off the back of the truck.
Oh yeah, we saw that, yeah. So of course a little bit of context. So of course they charged for this. They sent out a bunch of emails. In the group there's PSAs on it, hey man, change your stuff and everything like that. And I saw a bunch of people, they were talking about like processing, their payments weren't really going through. And so a lot of times when you try to like take care of some of the stuff, it doesn't happen. But these were some of the leaked photos that did come up for people that were charged properly. And I think this was part of our little resolutions thing, wasn't it? There's always going to be the first person that takes the photos and they're going to be adequate. And so now you have someone that takes a photo of it. And I guess the first question I have for you guys is, what do you think about this? Do you think it's legit?
Oh, I keep going back and forth. In some pictures, it seems unfinished.
Right.
Almost like maybe this is an early prototype, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't seem like a finished Mezco product.
Right.
But if it was a custom, like it's really good. You know what I mean? That's some quality craftsmanship for a custom. Yeah. So I'm a little torn on it, but it doesn't seem finished.
Yeah. What do you think, MC? You think it's done or no?
I went back and forth. I mean, I thought maybe it was that, what is it, DAH line? Because I saw some people were starting to get that in hand. Mm-hmm. There's like really no context to this picture other than not my photo. That's all I've ever seen is not my, like, where's it coming from? I haven't found the source yet. I haven't really dug for it either, but
yeah,
who the original poster is. But I think maybe because it looks like it's on a seamless body and the head, like the little switch on the back of it, and some of the photos where the eyes move.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's what makes the eye move. I mean, that's kind of the hallmark of this figure, so to speak. They're big points.
Yeah, I was happy whoever this was, if it's legit, they posted it because obviously this figure is going to be under a microscope for months.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, it's going to get a lot of flack, and like we talked about before, and of course, but someone who takes it, it was kind of funny. It's that ad old thing of like the first person that gets it, they're giving you a glimpse into it, but what happens is that the pictures are never good enough, and it's never, the things that you're looking for aren't really answered. But these pictures, I mean, they show the battle damage one, and I was like, man, that's a lot of work if somebody went through that just to do a custom. But and then of course you have, I saw this and I immediately thought to myself, I go, man, I wonder how many people are gonna have a field day with this, because of the eye movement thing. I wondered how they were gonna do it. What do you guys think about this? Like right off the bat, MC, what do you think?
I mean, I same way. I didn't know how they would be able to pull it off. Maybe a magnet system, or I don't know. I mean, it's I don't have a problem with it, but it definitely can't take those back shots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. CC, what do you think? He's like,
I'm sorry, he got me with the back line.
yeah, double entendre.
Yeah, he's got a little warning for he drops one like that. I'll be honest, I don't like that switch in the back of the head.
Mm-hmm. What
I
don't you
think
like
that'll
about
really limit the, because I mean, really, you couldn't even take a picture from the side without trying to find a way to hide that.
Yeah.
The cape looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But I mean, whoever took this picture obviously likes Mythic Legions.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
works
I
for that
noticed
factory too. I don't know. It's all. You know what's really funny is that you and I had just talked about how we hadn't seen any of these leaks from China in a long time,
Yeah.
and then now all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Facebook's listening again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Note to self: don't put identifying marks, man, when you're like showing this stuff. Like the guy with the, I know you, CC, you missed it, but the Ghost Rider thing we
No.
saw. I felt bad for that guy. I don't even know what happened with him because I know that there was probably some inquiry about how he got it. I'm pretty sure he got bombarded from everywhere trying to figure out where he got it from, how he got it from. But I mean, that's why I was thinking this is probably close to being released because it's so close to them charging and this person has it. So I was kind of banking on this is probably it. I thought the same thing you guys thought. That little switch, I'm like, you're not going to be taking any, behind,
Shots
but
from
yeah, but you're not going to take any back shots. But that thing, I mean, if you're looking with the eyes, if
yeah.
you were focusing on wherever the eyes were, I mean, obviously that wouldn't be it. That also looks like it's just going to be removable, like it's an option, and you just take that out.
Yeah, that seam thing there.
Yeah, that just separates or something like that. So, I mean, but this obviously to kind of go backwards. A lot of people are talking about their charging thing, and I know people are having a lot of problems with that. And, did you guys have any problems charging with this at all?
Not a one.
Yeah, I didn't either. I'm sorry.
I watched the video on how to.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on.
There's a video?
No,
Well,
hold on.
You would
There
think
you go, sir.
based on some of the people right now, and Mezco's just stealing their NRDs.
Yeah, well, so, and I wanted to talk about that too because I understand, like, because I got bombarded with a lot of that stuff because people were asking, and I did something in the group, and it was kind of like self-imposed, the reason why I get all those questions for it. But I made sure that I put post approval on. I love post approval. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I never used to want to do it because it seemed like it was limiting people, but it's amazing all the stuff that you can kind of filter out. You guys saw some of that stuff. It cleans it up and makes it a little bit better. But I put post approval on because I was trying to get everybody to go to one place. So if they needed to ask questions, everybody would go to this one place, because everybody has the same problem. You don't need to make like 47 posts about it. I mean, do you guys get anything like out of like information wise if you see just a bunch of like spam stuff? Do you? I mean, is that something you guys are cool with, or?
I
get a
usually
lot.
sleep much better at night when I see everybody's emails.
Yeah,
I'm always a little concerned that I'm the only one that got it.
yeah.
I feel better when I can go on and see another 100 of
And see everybody else is like, hey, they're suffering like I am. Yeah.
Misery loves company, right? Isn't that what they always say?
It does seem like that, and so, but I understood because like when you start seeing all that stuff, you see people. It's confusing, and I get it, and that's why I was trying to like put everybody in one place because what happens, you start missing stuff, and if you get everybody to go to one place, they kind of understand. Hey, this person's having the same problem I am. Everything is cool because what you do is it's like divide and conquer, right? You're splitting up the
Mhm.
ranks and where's the battle? What do I do? If everybody going to one place, you all kind of understand, and it eases the tension a little bit. Otherwise, you
Mhm.
got like a whole bunch of people running around with their chicken and their head cut off, and so you're like, "Hey, go here," and then everybody finds out that okay, their bank accounts have been charged, but they keep getting these emails. You did get a processing email? No, me, no. CC, you didn't get one? No.
Uh, you talking about afterwards?
During, yeah,
No,
okay.
now that
Did
you
you?
mentioned it, I did not get an email.
Yeah.
Should
Did
I be
you?
concerned?
Did you?
CC's
Well, yeah, that's what I
for
mean.
Batman '89 at a good price.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For my son, for my son.
Yeah.
Mm. MC, did you have it? Did you have
No,
a?
no, I have a friend that ordered some extra because I didn't order it,
Mhm.
and he had no issues. I know that,
Yeah.
and he also had no issues flipping a couple of them on eBay for a markup before he even got them in hand.
Oh gosh! Wow. All right. Well,
People backed out that bought it from him. They
yeah.
didn't. So he's like, I need to cover it. So,
Right.
Markup, you say?
hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, that's it's going to be interesting what this one does. But so to go back really quick, so people were saying that they have problems with the processing, right? But the money would go out of their bank account, but they would get these emails saying that they had a payment failure. And so what was happening is what we talked about, or what I talked about in the video is sometimes they'll charge you and they'll charge you again. And then usually the third charge is the next day. And so
Hmm.
that's why the whole point of making that video is saying, hey, you need to jump on it as soon as you can. So I could see where it's confusing because you're like, look at your bank account and you're saying the money's being taken out, but this says that it's not. So, um, and that's another reason why I said that maybe you should probably email Mezco because somebody sitting behind a computer, if they notice that they're getting all these emails, they'll say, "Oh shit, something's going on." Look, it's 25 minutes. It's so like, but they'll be like, "Oh shit, something's going on. We need to check into this, right?"
Hmm.
And so I can see where people would say, "Oh yeah, it's a little bit confusing." And then because of the communication part, you don't hear anything from, so you're in limbo, and then you're worried about losing your figure, your order, right? I mean, I don't know why that'd be too much of a problem because everybody's been like shitting on this thing for a while. So I mean, and selling it and giving up orders and everything. But it's funny that thing went back up for what was it? Buy it now, and
Yeah.
it only lasted a couple minutes, and then it was gone. So taking all that into consideration, is there a way that they could have handled that better? CC, do you think, now that I've covered up your face?
I think they've kind of over communicated leading up to this release. It seems like they gave us what, 2 warnings about updating our payment information,
Right.
and from what I've seen, if you just go in and delete the information and then make sure you go to that order and change it, it seems to
Hmm.
work flawlessly to me.
But
That's just
let's
me.
but let's just say if there were people that maybe don't get online all the time, or maybe they're a guest, like they signed in because this is like 3 years ago. So let's say they signed in as a guest, And they're just like, that's another thing too. It's been 3 years. You might have lost the email, or you don't have the order number like you would if you had an account. And so let's just say worst case scenario, and they know about it. Do you think that they could have sent out an email, or do you think that they could have put out like a social media blast and said, hey, we're kind of going through this right now. Just kind of bear with us. We're going to be, retallying all the orders and making sure everybody gets their stuff.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you signed in as a guest, would they have an email to contact you?
I think I've only done it once. It was a long time ago, but I think you put something in there so they can confirm. They got to send the receipt to you, or
Because, like, if you've lost that email, I mean, other than them knocking on your door, I don't know how they would get in touch with you at that point.
Yeah, I think there's a way that you do it. Like the first time I did it, like I just gave them my email. I didn't have an account, and so they're able to look it up that way. You know what I mean? Like it'll say, cc@yahoo.com. And they're like, oh, okay, there you are. Yeah, this is your order number. And we can send you this. Because that's what they did with me. And it was a guess. And I was like, oh, they even put the points because it was one of those pre-orders where if you missed out and I forgot to log in, and I just emailed them through customer service. I said, hey, can you even apply those points to my account? They're like, well, we'll look into it. But you know what I mean? I'm just trying to think of something that, because there's all these little special cases. I didn't know if it was a way they could have handled it better, because I know, like you said, they did notify people, but there were still these little fall in the cracks kind of thing. What about you?
I think you'll always have some, no matter what.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I was going to say is, no matter what, it's a system that's going to fail once in a while. It's not foolproof as much as everybody thinks it is. BBTS has faults. Hasbro has issues. I think just Mesco has a target on its back, and everybody's looking for another reason to get upset about that figure.
Do you think
the cape looks fantastic, by the way?
Yeah, I'm wondering how in hand it's gonna, let me switch it up so I can zoom in. But I'm wondering how it's gonna be. I don't know if I zoomed in enough. I'm wondering about the body, to be honest with you. I know it's on that seamless body and everything, and you can see, look at that, you can see the knee rotation right there.
Yeah. Fingerprints all over that seamless body.
Yeah, I had that with Alien. Like you got to kind of watch out for that.
The oil in your hand will.
It's no nipples.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah, but it also, I keep doing that. Sorry, but it also had that matte kind of look. It wasn't like that shiny armor. So maybe a little oil would be good.
I think he's blasting it with some light-ish to make it. And look how the reflection on it.
Yeah.
Compared to the Mezco booth photo where it was matte looking.
Yeah. I'm very interested in how this is going to go. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Just for our thing. Yeah, Superman. Yeah, so we kind of got that sound. So we'll move on to the next one. This is hyper focused. Yeah. I spent all this time doing this stuff. I need to put it up, right? Boom. I think everybody understands. I think everybody understands it's episode 99 page. We're good. And that way we're not blocking CC's face, right? So yeah, this caused a little bit of problems as well, right? So I didn't have the photo, but again, for context, what happened was a retailer actually got this in, showed it off, and the initial photo that they took, they already disclosed that they weren't a photographer, they weren't an influencer, they were just a seller, and they were just trying to showcase the figure. Again, resolution. Don't kill the guy that's just trying to take pictures, but everybody wants the amazing pictures, off of just the regular average Joes, but it's not going to happen, guys. You guys got to relax with that. So this person just put what they had up, and it wasn't to the person, even though they disclosed it. They said, "Hey, I'm not a poser. I don't do any of this stuff." Person got ripped into it, and then there was these misconceptions about the figure. And then I want to come back to this really quick. But of course, I want to come back to that one too. But of course, first thing that people started talking about was this black outline and how small the S was. And I don't know, is this something that bothered you guys, or CC? What did you think when you saw it?
So, full disclosure,
Right.
I'm not a huge Superman guy. He's not my favorite superhero out there. I always thought Superman was a little too perfect for my liking.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like a comic accurate Superman from what I could tell in pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's obviously pictures without it, but there's also pictures with it. And it always seems like Mezco takes some liberties with every figure they do anyway.
Right. I'm in the same camp as you. I'm a fan of the character, but I can't sit there and name every suit that he's ever been in. I can't tell you every uniform discrepancy that I don't look at figures like that anyway. But anyway, I don't. What about you, MC? What do you think?
Same. Like, I like Superman in the 90s and early 2000s, but I think they always said it best. I can't remember. I think it was probably Jay and Silent Bob or something like that. He has the biggest cock in porn, but he doesn't know how to use it. Man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I know, right?
Now we're flagged.
Yeah,
now we're
flagged. Swinging, didn't he?
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Getting out of the way before 100.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, it's Superman. I don't know what more you want, because there's not a black outline. Like, come on, it's blue suit with the red and yellow S. Like, what more? Red cape.
And so before I keep going, I want to make sure I give credit. This is the person that posted these photos. This was from Brad, Toys and Collectibles. This is in Las Vegas. He was very kind enough to, I guess, see that some of these photos that were floating around, and he wanted to give another perspective of it. So he showed it. And again, I felt bad for this person showing, you know what I mean? Like, the initial person showing the figure, because they were just trying to sell the figure, and they're just trying to showcase the figure. But I don't have that picture, but it was night and day from this, and that's only because this person, obviously, they have experience, which the other person said they didn't. And so you can see things in a little bit different light. I think the other picture had the head, it was way up high on the neck. And you can see, like we've talked about before, someone can pose something and use different lighting, and a figure can look completely different. One of the things that I thought that was kind of funny about all this is that everybody was really hyper focused on this S part. I mean, it's different for everybody, obviously, but I wasn't super hyper focused on this. But I'm really surprised some of the things that collectors, have been discussing and saying that they wanted to see changed. None of that was discussed. Like in the promo images earlier, to go back really quick, in the promo images earlier, the S, obviously, it's going to be different. But the promo images earlier that they showed before with all of this, they used to have, these were just like plastic overlays. Everybody was talking about they wanted, cloth undies. Are you a boxer or brief guy?
Boxer brief.
Hybrid.
Yeah. Well, that's a question. Do you like your superheroes with this stuff? I see this question all the time. Guys go back and forth about it, like how they have the trunks. It's classic for the guys that grew up in that era.
I think what's his name, Jonathan Landis, who did a Superman run. It was like a origin kind of story, and he's if I remember right, that Superman wore it to kind of like this, was wrote in the 2000s, 2000, I think, to conceal some of the
Careful.
Yeah.
I
know he's batting 1,000 tonight, isn't he?
I think it was like
get this show canceled.
Yeah.
But MC's on fire.
I know, right? But I think that's their way of explaining why they wear the underwear to conceal the weapon.
Oh yeah, like I remember that story they were talking about Burt Ward. Did you hear about that story?
No.
Did you? When you get a chance, because I don't want to go too much into it, but for Burt Ward, they had to make special wardrobe adjustments for him.
Really? Kudos.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story.
Kudos to Burt Ward.
Yeah.
Are we giving him kudos or are we giving him sympathy?
No. I'll just say that the utility belt, from what I read, was pretty stacked.
Relative of yours?
I'd rather not say. Somebody's gonna cut this segment out, man. They're gonna cut this and just leave this shit. Yeah. So
after dark.
Yeah. So and like I said, I really try to show both viewpoints from all of this. And I do. So let's go back to this other thing. So everybody's talking about I'm trying to jump back and forth to make it even, but we'll just do it at the end. So everybody's talking about this S, very hyper focused on it, right? But nobody talked about the other things. Oh, look at that, it's a 10. That's nice. I like lunch pails. But the trunks, that was one thing. And while this big conversation is going on about the S, and like I said, I understand everybody's preference is different. Nobody talked about the other things that people were so concerned with before. The light up feature in the neck,
Mm-hmm.
You have this light up feature, and traditionally we've had these figures that have had these neck and head pieces, and they haven't been able to articulate their head up and down. Very important for Superman, correct? Flight poses. You want him to be able to look. He's not at Batman 89. You want him to be able to look side to side. And so that wasn't discussed at all. It was all focused on this S. And I'm just sitting back watching this stuff, and I'm like, everybody's really hyper focused on this S, but nobody's talking about the stuff that was improved upon. Darkseid. You guys remember Darkseid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had a light up feature, and I'll say this, I was a little disappointed because the lights, and then this is still in the earlier stages, but the lights weren't powerful enough to light up the effect. And so that was one thing I was thinking. Why is nobody asking if these lights can light up the effect piece? We want to talk about the S. Why doesn't anybody ask about if the effects piece can be held up by the head? Nah, let's talk about the S. Let's talk about that S. The articulation, is it better than the other Superman? Is it taller than the other Superman? I want to know why there's black borders around here. Why is it so small? Oh, man. It's the cape, the wired cape,
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to figure that part out. And that's why I was talking about in the beginning of this as being problems and stuff like it. It just seems like there's more effort putting into something to take the joy out of it or take out better discussion points about it and then just focus on one thing and really just hyper focus on it. So I don't know. That was just me. Maybe other people feel differently about it. Be honest with yourselves, please. Yeah. So it was a bait and switch. I've seen this quite a few times. And I'll play both sides with this. I always think it's funny when somebody says it's a bait and switch when it's advertised clearly that it's always a prototype shown, meaning that there will be changes either during that process. Maybe they talk about the right materials, logistics, something happens. it's a prototype. They advertise that it's a prototype. You know, so I don't know if it's a bait and switch.
I didn't hear anybody want to send Death Dealer's double elbows back.
That was a bait and switch, I guess, right?
Yeah, they advertised single jointed.
But I'll jump on the other side too and say, you know what? I can kind of see where somebody might say something about the neck, and I had a picture so I could show you. So you have this right here, right? Neck.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then if you looked at the promo pictures, dang it, overjump. I have to go backwards. But if you look at the promo pictures, and that's why I never look at any of this stuff and go, oh, this is what it's going to be. But if you look at the promo pictures, you zoom in, that's not there. I would understand if somebody said that's a bait and switch. The S thing and everything like that, they're
Yeah, but if they gave you a neck with no movement, then they'd be complaining about that, right?
Yeah. If it had, but aesthetic wise, because if you would have had to, keep it all one piece like it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have looked like this, but you wouldn't have any articulation.
You can't look good.
Well, but that's what I mean. Like, I never, when all this stuff comes out, everybody makes a really big deal about, oh, it doesn't look like this, and the company's always they've always done this. There's always been these subtle changes and stuff like that, and that's why they put that disclaimer up. I would get like if somebody said something about this, but even these little things that I'm mentioning, see how we just talked about this, but we didn't talk about any of the other stuff. Everybody's like really focused on like some of these little things, but nobody talks about the other stuff.
I can't wait to get it in hand. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited too. I'm interested to see how well he scales with other stuff.
I kind of feel now like I need a modern comic Batman.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gotten one of those. So come on, Mezco, give me more Batman. we got to get on it.
Yeah.
We got Robin coming.
Yeah. But when you look at the pictures, do you automatically default and say that's what it's going to look like?
No.
And it's gotten, how like I was watching this thing on wokeness and everything else like that too. The companies, all these companies, comics, everybody, they're so gun shy because they can't say anything or do anything without people holding them accountable and to the fire for all that stuff. So they have to put these disclaimers up. Like later on when you see the Joe stuff, you'll see the Joe stuff like they blast it. These are digital renders. These are not the figures, or this is what you're gonna look. And it's like, and it's almost like you almost have to like counteract everything that people think because they will hold everything to this standard. It's like it's advertised that it's a prototype. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird. What is just how they do it? I don't know if I'm around through it, and some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. I just want to like how people would want to like take a lot of that stuff and just kill it. What are you excited about most about this? I want to get this track. MC, what are you excited about? Did you get this figure or no?
Yes. I'm excited to see his articulation. Flight poses, things like that. I want to see like classic Superman poses.
Mm-hmm. What about you, CC?
I can't wait to have Batman kick his ass.
No,
I'm joking. I'm joking. Overall, it's really good. And I like the comic accurate figures. I'm agreeing with Mario here. I would love to see a Hush Batman to go along with this guy or something. That'd be dope.
Yeah, Mario had a good one. Yeah. So something on this one. It's a $125 figure, and people want it to be perfect. Well, that's the first mistake of saying something's perfect, because what you define as perfect is not going to be perfect to somebody else. Somebody could look at this and say, you know what? I think somebody even mentioned the comment. So somebody may not like the black border around the S, and somebody may like it. So that's the first mistake for collectors to think that something's going to be perfect. It's only going to be perfect in your eyes, and then somebody else's eyes, it's not going to be perfect. Mm-hmm. And the money thing, yeah, that is true. You're spending a lot of money, but is one thing or two things from a figure? Somebody else said it too. Oh, yeah, you said it. The rest of it looks fine. So one or two things, does that define the whole figure and make it not good? Because that's where a lot of the conversation comes from. I think the expectation level for sometimes it's just too unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's one or two things on a figure that you don't like, I think that's where you got to ask yourself, okay, do I want it or do I not want it? But
so
it seems
if the logo is the most important part, if they'd got the S right, but the sculpt had been crap, would they have been happy with that?
Of course not.
And that's what I mean about the perfection thing. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Everybody, there's a color here. I guarantee you, somebody on the internet. What's that one?
Bishop is perfect.
It would make him perfect if he had Predator, that material they use for Predator hair. You see where the difference comes in?
Oh, yeah.
It's like everybody has a different. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. I mean, if your expectations are going through that, yeah, I know.
He's trash. Let me throw this guy away. I'm done.
Throw it in the trash.
I'm done.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just and then that's me also looking at it but I try to apply it to a figure that I'm really looking forward to. If Dick Tracy's coat, if they gave him like a short coat, would that make the coat? I mean, would that make the figure not good? I don't know.
Careful with any Dick Tracy jokes around MC tonight. He's on fire.
On fire.
Yeah, those are alley-oops for him. He'd be like, yeah. Mm-hmm. See, Boba says Punisher is perfect. I wonder which one he's talking about.
All of them for him.
A new Punisher too. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm wondering what they would do. Like, what could you really do? But yeah, this caused what version of Punisher would you want to see?
One with the new skull. That's not a skull.
Oh God!
Joke. I'm gonna get raked over the coal.
Yeah.
So, what I was thinking about Superman too, like whoever said that they want it perfect. What if you're somebody that started reading like around the Dan Jurgens run when Superman came back with a mullet, and that is like your Superman from your youth, like like
he had
perfect for a definite group of people, just because it just depends on what era you identify with for Superman.
Yeah. I saw the recovery suit Superman, and I don't have a lot of knowledge about that Superman.
It was very briefly worn.
Yeah, and
that's the black suit, right?
Yeah.
And I don't have a connection with it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's part of it too. Maybe I'm not so detail oriented, which is weird because I am, but I'm not that detail oriented to like one or two things just kind of like ruin the figure or ruin the experience, I guess. You spend more time doing that. I'd rather have. I was really impressed looking at this and seeing that some of the other things that were improvements. The fact that, I mean, obviously there was only one or two scaling pictures, but just the fact that they were, the head can hold. They could hold these effects.
Yeah.
The cape. He's bigger bodied. You know how when they first came out, people were saying, "Oh, that's just the Reeves Superman in a classic Superman suit." It's the prejudging thing. But obviously, this is a bigger one. You remember when people were talking about, "Oh, he has triceps for biceps and stuff like that." I think that was just me. But,
I personally like the new 52 style suit. I like the new 52 style.
Mm-hmm.
With like the non-underpants.
See, so you're not a boxer brief guy. You're like, I don't like that.
Hybrid leggings.
Yeah.
Or onesie with a butt flap.
Yeah. I saw the suit too. The suit before on the previous Superman, It was a little bit baggier, and because that was kind of like the first gen stuff, like the Flash and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why, which is a good point, was because these joints that they have and stuff like that here, that fabric, you can kind of tell it there. I don't know if it's the newer joints that they're using with the elbow, but that material used to get in there and used to have fabric pinching.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like, no, we can't have these skin tight suits. And so that's a big difference from then to looking at it now. It's more form fitting, right? But then you get into this stuff too. It also kind of shows you why they don't really like to do too much form fitting, because you start exposing some of these joints,
Right.
which kind of defeats the whole soft good premise, right? You're trying to hide all that stuff, which is why I think that they're going to be doing the seamless body. I really think they're going to lean in hard on this one, man. Because
So-
can you imagine having one of these figures on a seamless body? None of that stuff will be there.
Like a Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern.
That'd be very slim.
Well, that's a must-have, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like an AC Slater Superman. Nemesis. Face pun or kill. Helmet. Yeah, that
There you go.
one, yeah. Like the one the Marvel listening to. Boba has always good ideas, man. Anyway, let's just get off this. I'm excited about this. You guys good? Excited? Look at these accessories, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. New effect pieces. That's another thing, too. There's always talk about reuse. I think can hold it.
Accessories really sold it for me.
Yeah.
Those bullet effects.
Yeah, I'm wondering about the eyes. I'm wondering how powerful they are. The lighting that they've been doing, or the LEDs that they've been using, they're a lot more powerful than they used to be. So you can hold this stuff. And angles. Do you see how like this, he's kind of thinner, but from lower angles, like from the beginning,
Yeah.
he's more bulky. That's what, lighting and cameras, man. Accessories look good to me. Like the 10, but I'm excited. CC's you order it? No? You got it? I know you said you're not a big Superman fan, but
I did. This will be my first one as an adult that I bought a Superman. So this is a big moment.
Excited? Not excited?
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Hey, Plastic. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I don't much. I was like minis. Because they were looking for Spock, and I was super picky, but that's how I discovered Mesco 12. I was particular about Nosferatu. Yeah, Nosferatu, man. I would love for them to do a maybe some other version of that figure. I know they'd already did it already, but let's move on. So Death Adder. Death Adder is shipping. Thank you, Jake Bold, for messaging me and saying, hey, man, it's coming out. It's really cool. That's coming out. It'll be interesting. I can't wait for the first person to compare it to Blade and the Death Brokers and the Black Skull Death Brigade, so we can see if it's any different than any other black character that everybody said that this is just a reuse. So
Snake Eyes, it's not even out yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So with all of this stuff, I got a question for you guys. I just found it. So I know companies use like influencers and artists and guests, to kind of like showcase some of these figures and stuff like that. And with everything that we've talked about, do you think it's a good idea for them to possibly maybe put out some of the figures that maybe have some questions, like 89 Batman, and put them in the hands of maybe some neutral influencers? But do you think that would actually help? CC,
No.
what do you think?
Oh,
No?
sorry.
Don't do it?
Mm-mm.
What do you think, CC?
Well, there's part of me that really wants to see it at any cost. So there's a little bit of that, you know what I mean? Because like I really want to see this thing. But I also really want to just see it in person. So I'm kind of torn.
Yeah. Yeah, I was.
But I think you would like to see, your initial picks come from somebody that knows what they're doing. There's probably a benefit to that.
Right.
It might eliminate some of this other stuff that you kind of get with the Mez cycle. If the first shot we got was always, you know, a professional image.
Right. Well, that goes into something else. So I'll jump over to the other side too. You know how I pointed out how other people pointed out the S and then I pointed out the next piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with some of these releases that have extended over time and they do make these revisions, do you think that Mezco updating their site with promotional pictures at whatever time the process improvement is, like let's say Death Dealer, a good example. Let's say Death Dealer, instead of seeing it at the con, they would have updated their website, sent out some social media blasts and said, hey guys, just want to let you know, these are updated images of the figure. Take a look. Do you think that that would help kind of curb some of this stuff that's going on? You know, where people have this shock factor of, oh, he wasn't supposed to look like that, or the S. Do you think it would help or hurt him?
Ooh.
I know, right? It's multi-layered.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think it would just hurt them. And the reason why I say that it's kind of a lose-lose. Because if you make a change and somebody maybe passed on a pre-order, well, now they're like, well, if I'd have known they were going to do that, I'd have pre-ordered it to begin with. Right?
Yeah.
And if somebody sees it's a negative change, they're going to be like, well, you know, I want my refund for my deposit.
Because
I'm sorry, what?
I was thinking about was it Falcon? Is that the one that G.I. Joe just stumbled? They got a lot of bad press.
Yeah.
You know, they have something like that where somebody's like, oh my God, it's the ugliest G.I. Joe ever. They're canceling their order. Like Cory said, you know, like I mean, I know we're talking about a Hasbro $25 figure versus $110 figure, but you know, I think a lot of people that are complaining at the end of the day, they're still going to enjoy their time with their figure. They're just not going to say that they're going to enjoy their time with their with the black border on the ends.
Yeah.
For clout, I think a lot of it, honestly.
Yeah. I always think it's funny when you see somebody in the group and then weeks later, or you know, a week or two later, after everybody gets it in hand, everybody's enjoying it, and you'll see that person, hey man, I'm looking for this, and there's always that little sprinkle on there too. Yeah, can I get it for cost? And it's like, dude, I saw you trashing this figure for a year. It's like but maybe it would work in their advantage too. You know, like if you saw Death Dealer and you knew he was single jointed, you passed, and then they announced that they had double jointed, and then maybe they opened up the pre-order. I was thinking if they did some kind of reveal midway, like an updated reveal, and they said, oh, hey, guess what? These are the improvements. I mean, it would have to obviously work with improvements, you know, like something that, but you say, hey, these are the improvements made, and we're going to open up the pre-order if you guys want to, you know, that might boost, you know, interest or sales in it. But I mean, like you said, but like you said, it's also a risk. It's a big risk because you might have those people that say, no, I'm not with that.
Yeah, people that update their credit card so they don't, I'm only losing $15 or $25 instead of $120 or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And then Mezco gets burned.
Yeah. And if you're watching this, I know people don't want to do it. Watch the video. Watch the video. I know I saw a lot of people in the groups today. I updated my credit card information. I'm telling you that only works from like a certain point on. If you have an order that's older, you got to go back and you got to edit that order. Otherwise, all you're doing is you're putting in the card and it's going to run from the information that you put in at the time of the pre-order. I'm telling you. And then that'll eliminate a lot of some of these things that people are saying. Dude, I did it. I know there's been little variables, like I talked to minis and stuff like that too. I knock on wood. I'm 7 months. I haven't changed anything. Anything. Any of my information. None of it. No rejections, no fails. But you got to do it for all your orders. And that's anytime you change your card. Anyway, PSA done. Yeah. Oh yeah. Open pre-orders or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Paige, you gotta quit jumping from subject to subject.
Oh no, it's good.
This is how it works. Let's talk about something fun. G.I. Joe. Yeah.
There was one big announcement in that whole entire thing. One.
That you liked?
No, just period. There was only one important figure
in
that entire
announcement.
Yeah. Is that when your buddy texted you, your good friend?
Yes.
He sent you a text message?
Made my entire day. I'm sure everyone guessed what it was.
You had to take a break when you saw that, didn't you? You had to go out and smoke a cigarette.
I did. I called the missus, told her to get ready.
Yeah, it's going down. Cory doesn't smoke. He's smoking a cigarette, just enjoying it, just like you just.
He's like,
he's still smiling.
So this came up today, G.I. Joe. Yeah, the last ditch effort because this line it's gonna die, right?
Yeah, garbage. They should have canceled it after the first 6 figures.
Yep, that's what everybody said. So this is their last ditch effort to obviously get fans to try to get back into the line. And dude, they knocked this out of the park. Oh shit! I love their format. I know everybody scrutinizes, them about. I saw something online. Somebody like, oh, he said this, and I was like, whatever, dude. Like, together they got on, and these were the guys. And I didn't know this guy, but
I do like how Hasbro does their like live reveals, sort of. Like it also gives me a preview as to how much I'm going to spend or how much I'm going to save.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all those guys. The Legends team and stuff like that. I do wish that Mezco had something like this, where they would get on and you had. I think it adds a personal touch. We talked about it before. You got people on there, and you can connect names and faces with a brand, and then you actually get to see some of this stuff, in real time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be cool. Yeah, at least for the first like 3 or 4 showings you probably did. But yeah, it would be cool because you would see some of this stuff. They wouldn't even really have to move the figures. You could just have them stagnant like they do at the shows and stuff like that. But you would just see these things, and it would kind of go into it. But anyway, so G.I. Joe, awesome. Moving on. Yeah, G.I. Joe. So these guys were here. I knew
real
it.
Slow through the pictures.
Yeah. You're like, take it slow, baby. All right, well, we're gonna have to come back to that, obviously.
I want to see Cory.
What a tease!
I know.
What a tease!
I know. It's called foreplay, sir.
You said no foreplay today. Is what you said.
Well, not in the beginning. Now we're gonna take
it's afterplay. Isn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna take it nice and slow. Yeah.
Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Don't touch it!
What? He's been holding that one in. He's been waiting for it. Nothing's coming up, right? Nothing's gonna come up, right?
Nothing's up.
Good. I want to see people who like see hit lists and stuff like that, projects and shit.
Internet.
I was still a little disappointed that the figure that I'm so excited about wasn't up for pre-order. It's like they're just teasing me with it.
Hey,
teasing me with it.
Listen.
You know what was funny is I was sending MC stuff and everything like that, and then I was ordering, and I did my order, and as soon as I did, they were how they preload stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to buy stuff. I forgot all about Bazooka, and so I had to go and I had to like, yeah, man. I was like,
got you for more shipping.
And we're back. Yeah, I know. I was thinking maybe if I call them and
Could go through BBTS and get $4 shipping on the whole wave, except the premiums.
Or Amazon and
Has BBTS listed it yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Amazon didn't release one of them yet. There's one that I'm trying to order that I want to get from Amazon, but
Mm-hmm.
not on their website.
Oh yeah. All right. You ready?
Lenny's rocking that bazooka mustache.
I like that shirt. Tony, that's his name, Tony. So, all right. So we're good now. Don't take away the little thing there. So we had the character name reveals. Forgive my lower rank status with all this stuff. I guess this is some of the stuff that they kind of tease and
don't mess them up.
I know. Ooh, we had one of the character name reveals was Quite Keek. That's his name. Yeah, you know, tomato. Whatever.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah. Hey, Ron. Balake.
Nice.
So yeah, Quick Kick, and then you had Big Bioa.
Bio,
Yeah, Bioa.
French.
Big Bioa. Bioa, yeah. The Frenchman. So I think he's related to that one guy, Batrock. Uh-oh. She's like, stop having fun. So Big Boa, and then you had Mutton Junkyard. Those were the reveals, right? The names. So we did that. And then they got into the good stuff.
Oh man, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki.
Who's this guy?
Nikki.
No need to make another figure. We can stop right there.
Kill the line.
You in the line on this?
It's done. That's it.
Okay.
I think your text to me was, that is everything I want in the figure. I'm done.
Yeah, that's it.
What do you like most about this?
Man, it's like my favorite G.I. Joe growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had a big gun, so we had a lot in common.
Man, now you're doing it.
It's just, I mean, I love it. The accessories, the look, it's so true to the original Tunnel Rat.
I remember when he premiered on the cartoon, when he came out with all the new characters, like the 6 new guys that they premiered, something like that. He was one.
Yeah, this was cool, man. They went all out on this, and it looks really good.
His paint,
I do too. Mm-hmm.
The camo paint job, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I've got an original downstairs that still has his flashlights.
Really?
Oh, you gotta get it. Just to kind of like soil some of this for you. This is a digital render, and it may not be a reflection of the final product.
Oh God, they might as well just put bait and switch underneath that.
Yep,
pretty much. Yeah.
They're gonna shrink the size of his face paint.
Yeah. So first one was Tunnel Rat. Next one, Firefly. Looks like they got rid of that vest, man. They got rid of that vest.
They made him like espionage instead of EOD. So
yeah,
I like his little cart.
Yeah, like the little like remote control.
Mm-hmm. And then he had explosive stuff, and then he had an SMG and his stuff. Like, this thing looks good, man, and it's cool because I was looking at this and I go, do I need another one of this? And then I just started going, I was doing the whole Zach Galifianakis thing when he was in Hangover. He's like, I'm like, oh, this. And I'm like, this would look good, man.
He's gonna look good in trouble.
Alternate hands.
Yeah, I wondered. I can't remember the other Firefly, but yeah, I think it would be cool to have some fists or something like that in there.
Those are trouble bubble control holding hands right there.
Uh-oh. Let's segue. I have more pictures, but then this one was, ooh, God. I used to really like this character a lot.
Low light?
Low light. Oh, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we have better pictures like later on, but this looked really good, man.
Lobalite.
I like his gun case he's got.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Good. Yeah, this light is dead. And then you had got some Predator hunters here. Shadow Tracker.
I'm not familiar with him, honestly. It must have come after Real American Hero.
They talked about details with this guy. They were talking about like the Jaguar, like the pelt and stuff like that, how they paint apps, and then also the skull, how they did stuff with that. There's like they said that there were spots, like they really put a lot of effort into the paint apps on this one, a lot of detailing, and I guess it's a good thing that they did. They were really very descriptive during the whole thing about pricing to kind of justify some of this stuff because obviously they were going to launch these new characters and these new sets, and they were going to up the price, and so that's a good thing about having people there. They can kind of explain it and go, yeah, you know what, you need this.
You look at one of these versus a Marvel Legend, like a Spider-Man where you get a couple hands and a web accessory, or any of them. You get like a couple hands and a couple guns or something. That's it.
Yeah.
There's these guys, you get like a whole loadout, whole arsenal. And
Yeah, I wonder what Legends is doing it as well, but I wonder what the thing is about not doing hands. Like how CC just said extra hands for Firefly. You have these and you get these accessories, but you get kind of these hands and that's it. I'm wondering if there's something, price wise that they're just not gonna put fist hands or anything like that with these characters. I'm not complaining. I'm just wondering because you know how they used to give sets of hands for these characters. Now that money seems like it's more allocated to paint apps and sculpting and weapons. So it's like a trade-off. But I'm sorry, Copperhead.
Yeah,
I really love the way they've gone with just the classical weapons instead of trying to make it more like the Nerf gun type thing.
Like they did in the beginning.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's not start the ceremony here, Mr. Wayne. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised MC hasn't said anything yet.
The cod piece.
The chastity belt.
He was waiting for his opportunity.
Yeah.
The jokes make themselves.
Yeah. So pre-order, if you didn't know, pre-order for these 8 that we're gonna show. They had 8 pre-orders.
But I'm looking at that number already that they're up to.
72.
That's insane. Line was dead at number 6. Trash.
It's only been out 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh
COVID.
my god, yeah.
That's
And another thing is some of those are army builders, troop builders. And so you just don't have 72, you got 72 plus.
Paige got 56.
Jeez, I don't want to say how many I gotta be. They're so much fun, man. Yeah, look at that.
What was the change on him versus the old one besides obviously the reverse jersey colors?
I think that they talked about the Rockets.
Okay.
I think the Rockets fit in there before. I think paint apps was one thing. That I don't know. I know this figure's big. I remember when I took him out, and I sent the pictures to you guys, right? I did like the size. Yeah, it's a big size guy, man. But to be honest with you, offhand, besides the paint apps, and then they said something about the Rockets today, like they fit in there. I thought that the Rockets did that with the other one, but no, yeah. So it looks good, man. I'll just zoom through the promotional images.
I wonder if they'll do a William Perry.
Fridge?
Oh, Fridge? Yeah.
I wonder if there's royalty issues with that. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
They did Slot.
Yes.
Here's our next one, Torpedo. I actually grabbed a couple of these.
Looks good.
Yeah, that'd be a good army builder too. Like a Frogman Italian.
I think all of them were limited to like 3, I think. I'm not too sure. Some of them were 2, I don't know. But yeah, this looks good, man. Generic. Look at that, man. Another thing, like I talked about in the beginning of the show, another thing that was cool is I just went on my personal thing. I didn't read or do anything. I'm in a couple of the Joe the Joe groups, but I saw some of that stuff and I didn't even pay attention. Yeah.
He would be good with Baron Benz too, like some good shots with that.
Yeah. And then
my hero right there.
Yeah. On Shorely with Polly.
I always like Shipwreck.
Got the hook.
There we go. I have better pictures. Let me say. Yeah, look at that, man. That's so cool. And so they showed him, he has this hat, and they showed him with a toupee, and all I could think about was, oh man, you could take this hairpiece and just put it on like other figures and stuff like that. But so anyway, from the stream, they talked about how that hat can come off and you can put that hair on. I guess it was a design choice because if the hat would have, just looked way too big. Yeah. Oh, and the parrot they were talking about, there's a peg on here, and they were going to do it that way, but then they just said, oh, you know what, let's just make Polly a peg leg, which is kind of funny. Don't think I skipped over this is a digital render, but yeah, there's the peg leg. It fits right in there. People were talking about this too, how that face looks different, obviously because it's a digital render, but how it looked different. And then you got your boy, rock and roll. This thing looks badass. And one of the things that
he's got alternate hands.
Uh-oh. Yeah, well, because he's got that shocker finger thing.
Easy now.
There's a photo that looked really cool where he takes, I think I grabbed it, but he takes that hand and he put it over his face, kind of. Look at that. He's got tattoos. Come on, starting lineup. They'll put him in there next time.
I was going to say, where's LeBron?
I don't know why I took that. Oh, okay. So the box art and everything that you got on those guys, pre-orders were up for that. Except for this guy. He went up and I think he had a limit of 3, and I actually went and I bought this as 3. They had their price, scrap iron. They had their pricing tiers for these. I put that in there a little bit later too, but they had different tiers for these, and they talked about they had their deluxe tier, which is $34.99. Their accessory, these are ones that have more action accessories that go with the figure, I guess. Mission specific, yeah, that's what they called it. And then they had another tier that had the figure and the pet. Those would be like $54. And then they were going to be offering troop builders. Those were like $54.99. The action mission specific accessories, those are $44. And then the deluxe versions were $34. So they're getting you with these tiers, but this thing looked badass.
Yeah, all those blast effects with that they did a good job.
Yeah. These treads, he showed it. He picked this thing up. These treads are articulated, so they kind of go up and down. And the treads are they're like little rubber treads, so they can be moved.
Oh.
And these rockets, God, every time these rockets, they have the effect piece in there. CC, did you pick up any of this or no? I mean, besides Tunnel Rat.
I ordered everything else through Big Bad. I ordered the exclusives though.
Yeah. They look good, man. He looks.
I got them all. I tell myself I don't need them, but then I turn around and get them all.
Yeah. I am too, man. It's a nostalgia rub, man. So like, look at these, like MC said about the accessories. Look at that. You can be able to use that with different stuff. Don't go down too far. There you go. Look at and they showed. Excuse me. They showcased this too, like the head sculpt. They were talking about a little bit of backstory that he'd been messing around with some explosives. Yeah, and look, he's got his drone controller. That looks like a drone controller.
Yeah.
DJI the Mini Mavic 3. All the stuff that it comes with. Look at that loadout, man. Jesus. But yeah, they are going to be putting the price tags on these, and they go a little bit higher, but they justified it by saying, yeah, we're going to be giving you more stuff. And then they had the, what did she call these? The Valkyrie female Cobra? Yeah, Cobra Troopers, which is cool. I like that shot that they had of multiple ones. Again, Paige. One day you're going to figure this out.
There's always episode 100.
Yeah.
You get the hang of it by then.
Look at just that. There we go. So there. Of course, look at that mask. That is badass.
Go good with your 6 HISS tanks that you ordered.
I tried to fly this one. I couldn't even do that.
You said what? You tried what?
I tried talking myself out of these girls. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does one look bigger?
Yeah.
When they so side by side, it's like there's the officer. Oh, you can change their stuff out too. Officer and then on the regular one. Cece's right. I'm glad that they kind of got rid of that, the kind of arcadey weapons they were doing in the beginning.
Oh yeah,
the futuristic.
Yeah, that's a huge. Jeez, look at that, man.
She's thick.
Yeah, look at this. Is the squad picture. I was like, yeah. Bad B alert. Look at it.
No, don't make me go order 2 more sets.
You better. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
dude.
You get all the combinations.
Yeah, look at that. You can just do a bunch of different stuff. I think I bought 2 of these. I was like 4's enough. And then blowjob. There you go.
Did you? I want to see your pictures first. I don't know if you caught one of the.
I got those at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got blowjob. Man, looks all this. He showed the pictures for this, and all that stuff fit on the layout, the loadout. He also said he had a little bit of a environmental burn, from it being so cold. I remember this dude. He was so badass, man.
When are we gonna get Alpine?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure it's in the cards. They're pretty invested, and it's cool. Yeah, and it's cool because you're gonna be able to complete all this stuff, and the way they're pumping these things out, man, you'll be able to get a good cast of. Don't worry, I didn't forget. So in all these pictures, they had little Easter eggs, which were pretty cool. Yeah, he was up for pre-order. There's your loadout. We already did that. I put way too many Joe stuff in there. Yeah. So all of these, when I checked before the show, all of these were still available except for this guy.
He's on Amazon right now.
He is on Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I might go get one.
He's on Big Bang.
Oh, he is? Oh, nice.
I just ordered mine.
The Cobra Valkyries, are they too?
Yeah. No, those are
the exclusive.
Oh, yeah. It says exclusive right here. I like this too. Remember how we were talking about everything? Current product pricing reflective of March, so that's subject to change.
Ooh, so even the price might change, huh?
Yeah.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah. Box art. Look at that. Ooh, man, that's crispy. Look at that. So yeah, if you look at some of these boxes, they have all like little Easter eggs and stuff like that. Somebody was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get a temple."
Build a temple.
Yeah, and some dude was like, "Oh, we're gonna get like a sub because they had shipwreck and wow, look at that! It's almost like
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, or
we haven't had that in the background yet.
The Snowbat.
The Thing, yeah, or the
Kurt
Thing.
Russell.
Yeah, look at these. Look at that right there.
What was that?
And if you right there.
I believe that's a Thundercat.
Is that Mutt?
It's gonna be a build a temple.
Build a temple, yeah.
It go great with Indiana.
Yeah, for some reason this is hard. Let me back out. Oh, you did it right at the end. Don't do it. Of course. I hate it.
Scrap iron looks so good.
Yeah. Did this get out of it? Wow, that's so weird. You can see that. My screen shows something else. All right. Are you guys excited about these reveals?
My wallet's not.
I know, man. I have a little thing on that one at the end. Where were we? Right.
Was that like $280 if you went all in, just buying one of each?
Oh, you ruined it. Look at that. We're gonna get nukes.
Yes,
and
build a
little
nuke and a bicycle.
Yeah.
Gotta have a bicycle.
We're getting a submarine.
That's odd product placement for a bicycle, isn't it? Like
on a submarine. Yeah.
Left a bike on a submarine. That's funny.
We're getting a build a sub. That's what we're getting. No aircraft carrier. It's the next
people had good eyes because, man, you can see some of these. They just kind of threw stuff in there.
They're bringing it back?
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be a HasLab.
It's like it's the size of a Christmas tree, but we're getting it.
It's going to be a grand. But there's your.
People are going to have to start making some choices.
Yeah. So here you go. This will spoil some of this stuff. This was credit to.
Is that the pit?
Sunbow. The guy that did it. So I apologize if I didn't get it. But yeah, this is the school bus back here. You see, come on, Paige. But yeah,
get
school bus
here.
I know, and that was the school bus from Arise, Serpentor, Arise. And then there was the bike.
MC was going to start a Kickstarter for that.
It was. This was from taking something that isn't yours. The PSA. Yeah, look at shipwreck over there.
God, those PSAs were so amazing.
They were. These little things.
I remember those.
Yeah, right there. So it was cool, man. They stuck all this little stuff in there. That was from the worms of death.
We're getting worm tubes.
Yeah, we are. And then this guy right here.
What Viper is that?
Mm-hmm. And then also to end this really quick, this was posted in our group. I think the guy he posted anonymous. He was just group member. But these are pictures of Superman. So you can see posing, different lighting.
Looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. I was really interested in the cape. I like how you see how we were talking about the neck earlier. Look at that. There's some angles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I know when you're doing like straight on stuff like that. It's
that looks good too. That's a good pose.
Yeah. That guy will probably go places if he keeps at it.
He's learning.
Yeah, he is. It's gonna be nice.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. Looks amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. A lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
How can you not be happy? I can understand maybe the money part, but how could you not be happy? What's your favorite thing for today, CC?
Well, it's got to be seeing Tunnel Rat.
Yeah.
I've been happier with a pre-order for Tunnel Rat, but we're getting closer.
Yeah. I think that they said that those are pipelines, so they should be coming, right?
Yeah.
What about you, MC? Favorite thing for today? Anything?
Yeah. I mean, just one, I guess. I really like that they redid Firefly, like a correct way. I feel like instead of that explosive vest that he had, and Shipwreck. I liked both. So, what about you?
Oh, out of the Joe stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I really like Low Light.
The Valkyries.
The
Yeah,
Valkyries.
those look good. Yeah, those look good too. But I mean, Low Light was I have a bad personal story with that. I think that was the first Joe that I shoplifted. So.
Oh, young criminal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take his target when he's on the
Here's
shelf.
the first one, but not the last.
Bro, we were, we didn't have a lot of money, and I remember I was going to school one day, and there was I think the statute of limitations was probably done. They probably don't even have that store anymore, but there was a store I used to walk to really quick in the morning to buy candy, and I remember I went there, and they had Low Light, and I go, wow, this character looks so badass. I skipped at it. Friends were talking to me about it. He had it at school, and I'm like, dang it. I went back that afternoon, swiped it. I did, bro. It was, and then it was
You still have
thieving
it?
from then on. No, I don't. I had so many of those. I had we talked about this, right, CC? Like, well, all of us talked about that. I had the Cobra Raven, the Conquest X30. I'm trying to think the vehicles. Man, that was such a fun line. So seeing this kind of stuff like today, like I said, it's that nostalgia rub. I was like, damn, this is so cool, man.
I think you need to shoplift this Low Light too. That way we're full circle.
And do it live. Do it this
yeah, live. Episode 100.
What's the
shoplifting with Paige?
Bro, you want to hear a funny story about that? So I got really cocky, and I used to go to this store, and I would just be stealing from the store all the time. And then one day I was in there. I was like a collector. You know how you hide stuff? I would hide stuff, come back for it later, or something like that. So I remember I wasn't even going in there and steal something one day. I took it and I hid it so I could come back later. And I remember I went down the alleyway, and then the guy came around, whoever the manager was. He came up and he walked up behind me, and I'm just looking, and he leans over and he goes, I know what you're doing. And I was like, oh shit. And I just sat there and I go, and he goes, are you going to buy anything this time? And I never went back. Oh yeah, well, I take that back. I did go back one time. My mom was like, we're going to go in here. And I was like,
no.
I'll wait. No, I was like this. I was like, I'll wait outside. And she goes, no, you're going to come in with me. So I walk in with her, and I go, I'm going to go look at the toys. So I go walking, and I avoid her because I didn't want her to know. You know, he to see my mom and I together, and then he goes, hey, you know what your son is doing? So I was like doing this, and I walked out of the store. I was like, Mom, I'll get you outside. But he was like walking around looking at me and stuff like that, but I had to walk by her really quick. But after that, I never went back to that store. But that's my low light story.
Menace to society.
Yeah, but I don't do that anymore.
So, do you think? I mean, he must. Do you think he thought he knew you were stealing, or do you think he knew that you were hiding stuff in the store?
Oh no, dude, he knew. Well, you know what? I take it back, and like thinking back hindsight, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he knew I was going there every day. He knew I was probably doing something. Yeah. So, yeah, I never went back, man. Anyway, that's my low light story.
Life of crime.
Yeah, you can stop that stuff, man. Yeah. Uh-oh. This is a good one. Did you guys see this too? The McFarlane Batmobile?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That thing looked cool, man. I think when we showed the pictures, I think the only difference was the rims. I think that one bat symbol was
the rims
yellow.
Are the most important thing about the Batmobile, somebody getting it.
Yep. That's what makes it a deal.
It's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker.
Bait and switch.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Does it come with the shell for the shield too that you put over the top of it?
Ooh, that would be so sweet.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, like just a cover. Oh, Can you imagine if he stuck that in there?
Wouldn't it be?
Oh wow, it's not much. It's just like a little thin piece of plastic that. Yeah, that's all you would do. Oh, I'm glad Bubba stole stuff too.
Oh man, hanging out with a bunch of
Mm.
thugs. I can't go to Disney with you guys. I
Ooh, I
gotta
don't do it anymore.
you guys being there
Don't do
stealing
it.
lightsabers and Grogu off of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
CC, hold this. CC, where's your bag at?
There's Bubba Chuck sliding a lightsaber down through his shirt down his pant leg. Let's get out of here.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh gosh. There's a Flash Batwing coming too. Holy crap! Thanks, love of the game. Jeez, man.
Where
I
the
tell you,
hell are
there's one
put
thing.
that?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, look
that
at
would be
this.
cool.
The damn Razor Crest is a 1/18th scale. Takes up the whole damn shelf.
I have that Batman the Animated Series one. I think I'm
The
good.
Batwing.
Yeah, I'll just stay with that. I don't know. Well, that's about it. What about you guys? CC, you got any plans for this week? What do you got?
Well, I got a big package arriving Friday.
Hide
They got to try and
From where?
smuggle into the house. So
it under the bed.
I don't think it'll fit. the Thunder Tank's supposed to be here Friday. I may be homeless Saturday. We'll see how that goes.
God,
Saving that
dude,
box so you
yeah.
can move into it.
That's a good point. That is a good point. I will have a place to be more.
Did you saw that guy? He had a picture and he was holding it up, but then they showed the actual picture like later on. Like, it's still huge, man.
It's monsters.
Yeah.
How long is it? Sorry.
I think Minnie's left a while ago. I think we're all right. So.
Yeah. Not safe for work this episode.
Go see Scream 6. I do want to see that.
Is that out?
Yeah.
I think so.
It comes out this weekend?
I watched that
Probably.
movie last night, Paige. The
Minnie's is still here.
The which one?
The
she is
cabin
here.
with Batista.
Oh yeah, the cabin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you know what he told me? He goes like this. He goes, I think I'll watch this. And I go, how'd you get that? Did you buy it? And he was telling me, and I go, oh man, I was like, you just flashing to show me that you can watch it, and I can. It's good.
It was not what I thought. I mean, it was
Is that
good. Like
considered stealing video?
I'm pirating.
Mm.
Pirating. No, it's not. It was entertaining. Like I think you'll enjoy it. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
it's just I just remember the trailers. I never read the movie premise or anything like that. So it was good.
M. Night Shyamalan, right?
Yeah, Shyamalan.
Did you watch Smile? Did you guys watch Smile?
No, not yet.
That's a good movie, man.
Is it?
Yeah, but
I want
there's
to
a
see
bunch
Smile
of them.
and Megan. I want to watch those.
I got Megan on Vudu too. Maybe I'll throw that in tonight.
Look, he's bragging.
No,
I got that on my key. I can watch it whatever I want.
He got all that stuff on Voodoo.
No, I told you, you got a friend that we share a Voodoo account, so he throws stuff on there. I throw stuff on there. It's like
Anybody that needs movie codes, MC is your guy. Just hit him up.
This is dry snitching right now. You notice how I glazed over it when we were talking about it? Man, yeah, Megan is good. I had fun watching that. That took a nice little. It's not a spoiler, but that took a nice little twist. I thought it was going to go one way and it went another. And so Smile. Smile's the same way.
Okay.
So I want to see. You guys already saw it. Well, I think MC says it, right. Ant-Man. You guys saw that Quantumania?
I didn't see it.
You haven't seen Ant-Man yet?
No.
I want to.
I liked it.
What about Creed?
Yeah.
You guys watch that yet?
Especially at the end. No, I'm joking. I'm just spoiling for you guys.
I got
those other
Creed
guys already
right now. You want to borrow my account?
Do you have Creed 3? Do you?
No.
You gotta watch it.
Oh, I was gonna say, geez, man.
I want to see that.
He's like, yeah, Jonathan Majors dropped it off yesterday.
Autographed copy with the script and his gloves he wore.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Man. It was so weird, like typical Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Right.
So quirky.
Mm-hmm.
So I have spring break
Michael
starting
B.
Friday. So we
Spring break.
Spring Break.
Oh, you get to watch all those movies then, man. You can probably do it then. Yeah, I need to watch. I want to watch it before there's too many spoilers, man, because I've already seen. You know those guys, they all make content and stuff like that, and they always put their thumbnails. I'm like, oh, no, come on, dude.
Yeah.
So I gotta hurry and do that. What about you, CC? You get Spring Break? No?
No spring break here. Just work relentlessly.
6 more weeks of winter. You got the Thunder Tank and plow you out.
Hey, yeah. That thing's got like 8-wheel drive, so I'm good. We're not getting stuck on anything.
That thing is just be like.
I'll have to bring that to the next live we do.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, and bring Tunnel Rat too. Bring Tunnel Rat. I want to see that. It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
He's.
What do we have follow? Oh yeah. So everybody, yep.
I probably drop a flashlight on camera. Probably.
Are they small?
They're
small. Right?
Are you
they're
reviewing
tiny.
89 now? Is this it?
What's that?
I think Paige was reaching for 89 Batman right now.
No.
You gonna wait?
Yeah, I'll wait till. I'll probably do a video on it tomorrow.
All right.
Initial impressions are.
Yeah.
I won't say that. I'm really interested in seeing. I do. I kind of want to just like sip and just kind of watch and see some of this stuff. Some of it not, but I do want to see it. Was it we finished Gangs of? Minis gave me a nice list of like horror movies to watch.
Gangs of London.
What is that one?
Is it a show or a movie?
What Minis is it on? What streaming service is on? And what is it about? Yeah. So hey, yeah, everybody look for your stuff. Should be getting tracking for 89, I guess. That should be shipping pretty soon. And then we got Death Adder. That's shipping out now. You said you got it, right? CC? You got tracking for it already?
Mm-hmm.
For Death Adder?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Vaporoni should be coming soon.
Yeah. All 6 of them?
You didn't catch it. You got 6 of them, CC?
Oh,
yes.
There it is.
There it is. It's violent.
Live. Just got it. It just popped in.
Did you? You bastard.
Yeah.
How many did you order?
Me?
Yeah.
12.
I ordered 1 extra. That way when you do the QC check in Orlando, you can just grab yours. I mean, sorry.
I'm only taking the mezzets from you, man. I'm not taking the figures.
Only the green ones, right?
Only the green ones. Because they're not ripe yet. I want to see if, I must have did something bad. I can't look at it on this phone. Anyway,
Violent TV shows.
Yeah, so Batman 89, Death Adder, and then Superman. Yep. So 3 figures. It's a nice little swing for a month. And then I think AMC, it's on AMC.
AMC.
Look
Thank
at
you.
this. Oh, you guys with this. I'm
What's still potentially coming for March? Ghost Rider.
Yeah, we saw that. So it said update unsuccessful. I can't do it.
I would assume Vaporoni.
Yeah, that's supposed like that. I think is just what they didn't give any time limit for that though.
Yeah, but
that was just a whatever it was. But it was a buy it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that should mean. Hold on a second.
Is there a page that has all that stuff for us?
I don't know. Let me
it's a good idea.
It is. It's a really good
Somebody
idea.
should get on that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody probably will.
It'll be like when you scribble on a picture and you black some stuff out and then you write your name underneath it. Brought to you by.
Toy TOI Paige.
Yeah. Ouch. Pages, because I'll put an apostrophe S. Clearly no.
Right. Toy Pages.
Ouch. I've seen a lot of that.
Ooh, Gotham by Gaslight. That's still on there. Should be coming.
Snake Eyes, I think, unless they pushed it back.
Oh, there's another one.
I mean, it'd be easy since take heads off that Death Adder body and put Snake Eyes head on it.
It's the same figure, right? I'm being condescending.
Exactly the same.
I shouldn't do that. Be better.
Yeah,
Paige.
MC,
Be better.
they've already done that for you.
Yeah, be the light you want to be in the world, Paige. Yeah.
So we got Kevin in New York and Tony in at Fifey.
Yeah, stop talking your hookups and stuff like that.
Did you send Tony his birthday card? That you probably did because you got your shipping before me.
I personally gave it to Tony and I said, "Where's my shit?" And he's like, "Now you know what to do." Oh, it's gonna be cool to clean some of this stuff off.
What?
I tell you what. Well, because some of these guns, like
Yeah.
Adder will be taken off here, Vapor taken off here, Superman 89. So yeah, I need to check. But yeah, Gotham by Gaslight.
That one looks so good. I'm so excited for that one. That one.
Ghost Rider.
Who's that guy?
It's Michael Myers from Halloween 2. That's one that should be March. This is March. Ultraman, that's 2. That's 3. Snake Eyes. March, that's 4. Pretty sure that'll probably get pushed back. We're already getting that one. Oh, your boy. It's March, April-ish. So
best live action Batman.
Superman's gonna be punching the hell out of him when you get him
See
right.
the comments that come through here.
Oops.
Oh, did you see filming starts in November for that, Cory?
Yeah.
Batman 2?
I'm excited about it. I enjoyed that movie.
I saw a set.
I hadn't pre-ordered Dr. Freeze. I'm regretting that.
Mister?
Yeah. March, May. Yeah, Mr. Freeze. Destro. That's 6, 7. I'm really looking forward to this. My wallet's not. God.
You got like 6 of those, right?
Yeah.
Well, remember we were talking about this, the whole boot thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think what was it? It was so you get whatever it is, 2. So you get like this one.
You have to have 3 sets.
Yeah, you had to have see, because you get 2 bodies. It's been a while, right? When did that go up? That went up like last year.
Mm-hmm.
But you remember, you'd have to, with the boots and everything like that, in order to do it, you'd have to have an extra or something like that. I think, I can't remember if we had a conversation and talked about that with him or not. But maybe that's another reason why I could push back. Maybe they're trying to figure out a way to maybe just have that as that so you don't have to get an extra. This is a little bit later. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. But so yeah, what about 6 or 7 figures within the next month or two? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
And Vapor.
Yeah. Well,
at least you paid for that one already, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Like you got 8, so. Oh yeah.
Hold on. Especially after all those G.I. Joes. Paige is printing money.
I'm gonna have to. Anyway, what does this say? I did 2 sets, but man, I don't know how much longer I can do this. Yeah, it's a. That's one of the things I like about this line, because everything's so spanned out so far that you have time to kind of like save up and do it. But even now, what I've been doing is PayPal and just finalizing. Avalanche, yeah, that'd be a good one. That's a really good one.
That's what it is. An avalanche of figures coming.
Mm-hmm. All right.
On it.
Great talk, guys.
Yeah.
Good to have you back, CC.
Always fun.
Yeah.
Always.
Got a little risque this week.
That was this guy.
Mezco after dark.
This guy. But it was good.
I wouldn't reach over there too far. He's
exactly.
Tonight.
Yeah, he grabbed a hand and shit.
Don't reach out.
All right. Well, all right. This is good. Everybody, relax. Have fun with your toys. It's not that serious. Have some fun. Parting words of wisdom, CC? Anything? Because you had a nice week off and you had time to reflect and come back with pearls of wisdom. You always have good pearls of wisdom.
Yeah. I don't have nothing, man. Nothing.
Oh.
Enjoy it. I think you said it all.
MC.
Keep your mind in the gutter and your balls in the lane, right, Cory?
I knew it, man. I knew it.
That's a beauty.
Yeah.
That is a beauty right there.
Yeah, we'll end on that one. Yep. Thank you, everybody who watched. Appreciate you guys coming out, watching, and listening to us talk about toys, nerding out. You guys take care. Be good. Have fun. Bye.